Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Premier Hotspur with your hosts, Guy and Matt.
Hello? I can't hear you, mate. Hope everyone's well. Good result today, but yeah. Hello? I can't hear you, mate. Apparently you're on mute, maybe. I don't know. Hello, Nez. Hello, Cody. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Dareth, hope you're doing well, mate. I think we're having a bit of technical. Well, Simon's having a bit of technical difficulties with his sound, but yeah, if you got any questions, I'll be sort of in the comments. Just hope everyone's well and everyone's had a good Sunday. Just had a nice, beautiful roast dinner cooked by Hannah's mum. It was absolutely fantastic. Spurs won as well, and it was a good Grand Prix as well. If anyone wants to talk about that. My man of the match, Cody, was Oliver Skip. I thought he was brilliant again. He's I think he's the midfielder we need. He's sort of like our sort of Kante type player. I'm not comparing him to Kante, but he's someone we need, and I do think we need someone better alongside Pierre. Sorry, alongside Skip. I think Pierre's not good enough. Doesn't mean I don't rate him as a player, because I think I'd like him as a squad player. But if we want to go to the places we want to go, I'm afraid we're going to have to upgrade in that area. But who did you think, Lucas and Kelly JTV? Mora, man of the match. Yeah, he was good today. Good goal. And it's up to Mora now to become more clinical. I think Conte's challenged him there, which is yeah, I think he's just got to chip in a bit more. Younes, the biggest question of them all: do we where do we go, and what do we do with Kane? I don't think you should be worried about Kane. I do believe he's fine. He was taking shots today. It's just going to take few more games, and I believe it will be coming. I'm sure, but yeah, stick with him. Skippy for me as well. Were you concerned about how much possession we conceded to Norwich? Um, yeah, it was a bit alarming. We weren't really that great today, but we won 3-0, got the goals, and we got out of there. And we weren't brilliant, but sometimes you can't play brilliantly all the time. The main thing is to get the 3 points and get the goals. So yeah, if we're talking overall, I think Norwich maybe had one clear-cut chance from Pookie. Probably should have scored, and maybe Sargent, but I mean we could have scored a few more as well. So yeah, no, I'm happy, and I think what you got to remember as well, we played on Thursday as well, so Norwich had a bit of a longer rest. Yeah, 100% pass actually, 100% take ons for Skip. Yeah, he was brilliant today. Oh, that run he did in the beginning of the first half, and he should have, had a shot on target, but I was screaming for that to go in. And yeah. Let me know if you guys can hear me as well. I'm pretty sure my mic's fine. Yeah, Lily White, Lane, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well, mate. I'm all good. Still got a bit of this sort of cold, but I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, and I think we can all be happy tonight. I think we're finally, well, hopefully, starting to put the team together. And I want to give a massive, shout out to Ben Davies today. I thought he was, brilliant again on that left-sided centre back, and he got an assist again. That's 2 and 3 now. Yeah. Oh, good, Cody. You can hear me. Good, good, good. Would I go strong against Rennes? Personally, I kind of would like to just not. I wouldn't say throw the game, but we're going to have to rotate. We've got Brighton on Sunday, which I think is the bigger game. I'd personally rather just be out of this conference league. I think it's a bit of a farce and a bit of a joke. Yeah, it's too many games as well, and I don't think we have a big enough squad to deal with it. So yeah, I'd probably maybe bring players like Winks in. I wouldn't play like Ali and people like that. I'd probably maybe look at other players. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of the Marcan days and maybe give Scarlett a go, whether it's on the wing or whether it is up front. Yeah. Bob Spur, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. What has Davies been having in his tea? I don't know, mate, but it's obviously working. Maybe he's been having some of that Argentinian stuff that sort of Romero and I think Højbjerg has it in his tea. It's like some sort of special herb or something that goes in tea. I can't remember what it's called. BDE equals Ben Davies energy. Yeah, a player that's been slated a lot. I'm still not there yet with him, but I mean, yeah, he's putting in a great shift and he's defending really well. As well as Damson Sanchez defended much better today, and obviously got his goal, which was a great finish. And yeah, I think Eric Dyer has been pretty solid as well through the middle of that back three. So yeah, what positions would you prioritise for January? Say 2 players you could bring in.
One thing, Matt. Can you hear me?
Say that again, mate.
Can you hear me?
Very, very quietly. Very quietly.
I'm not having no joys at the minute.
Well, I've just been going through quite a few questions with everyone, just seeing how everyone is really, and just yeah.
Right, yo, mate.
I can hear you. It's just it's minimal. What positions? What positions would you prioritise for January? Say 2 players you could bring in.
Matt, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I've just turned up a bit more volume on my microphone. So yeah, you're all good, mate. You're in.
Sorry about that, guys. It was Google Chrome. They wouldn't allow me. I had to get out of there. They wasn't giving me permission to use it on this. I thought, what's gone on? So guys, I'm back in here. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. As you said, thanks for Matt there for taking over there, reading out all your comments and all that. It was doing a good job. I can hear you in the background, Matt. And I've had to go through it because I can see it in the background there. Google Chrome won't allow me to use it on this app. So they're taking control of my mic. So I have to literally just take that off. So guys, thank you for coming on. So as what Matt said, the link's in the description, guys. The link is in the description. So if you want to join in, guys, the link is in there. So come on and have your say. With me and Matt only on for an hour, strictly an hour. Matt can only do an hour. So we'll get on to the comments here. I know Matt's read the summaries out. Kelly J's no sound. Who was your man of the match? We'll get into that, pal. Kelly JTV for me, Lucas Mora. You said the biggest question of them all: where do we go and what to do with Kane? Skippy for me as well. Where are you concerned about how much possession we was conceding to Norwich? 13 apps and one G for a striker like him. He's taking the piss. 100% pass accuracy, 100% take on. Skip crazy stats. Lily White Lane, thank you very much coming in. We're all good. We can hear you, Matt. would you go strong against Rennes? Bob Spur. Sorry to hear about your dad, pal.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing good. What has Davis been having in his tea? Absolutely. Cody says, what position would you prioritise for January? Say 2 players you would bring in. Okay, so we can hear you, Simon. Thank you very much. Harry Payne says, we looked tired today, but Conte still got a good performance out of them, enough to get 3 points. Dara says that the big question, how many bottles of mayo and ketchup were they, guys, and using before Conte come in? And sterling performance by Matt, Sky Sports will be calling. Absolutely fantastic. You can take over from Jeff Sterling. Without a shadow of a doubt. I said, guys, bring all your comments in still, guys. If you want to come on, just have your say for a couple of minutes. The link is in the description. So come on, have your say if you want to. And Matt, I said, first of all, let's go on to the starting the lineup. We were expecting what I put out yesterday, but the one change from that team was Tanganga in for Emerson. What was the thinking behind that? I've been hearing that he was ill. Do we believe this? I don't know. Him and Hill apparently was ill for the game today. So what was your reaction to the starting lineup today, mate?
Yeah, it was. I wasn't too sort of concerned because we've seen Tanganga, play at right back / right wing back before. I think he can get forward reasonably well. He's good on the ball and he can defend. We know that. And then I obviously heard Emerson and Brian Hill were just ill, whether it's a cold, whether there's a lot of games coming up. So I suppose, if they're not feeling 100% and you're not on it, you can't play, I suppose you're at your maximum intensity, which is what Conte wants. So obviously the decision was made that, we're going to rest. We've got big games coming up. We've got a game Thursday. We've got a game Sunday. So, yeah, I think the decision was a smart one. And I believe it is illness, and let's just hope it's not, too bad, and Emerson will be back.
Absolutely. As you said there, Matt, I was hearing late on that Emerson is ill, couldn't make it today along with Brian Hill. But when I first saw it, I thought, wow, Tanganga in for Emerson. Emerson wasn't in the squad. So I thought, what's going on here? And people were saying, oh, it's Conte and Emerson. We know the rumours go around, Matt. They're falling out already. So I'm glad it looks like it's been cleared up that he had an illness with Brian Hill. And the starting lineup didn't shock me at all because I did have Tanganga instead of Sanchez. And the rest of it was fine. That's what me and Matt what we had yesterday. Then Matt, what was you pleased with the performance today? Was you pleased with the performance from the start to the finish, or there were some comments in there? Was you worried about how much possession we gave Norwich? And it was a concern that I was at work, and so whoever's watching, I was on my break when I was watching. Oh, no, any snidey things. I was, but when I was watching that first half, especially Matt, too much possession, especially at home to a side like Norwich. So was you pleased with the performance, and was you a bit worried how much possession we did give away?
Yeah, I think it's always a bit of a worry how much possession Norwich had. They were playing really well. I think you got to give them that little bit of credit. I think Dean Smith drilled them reasonably well. I mean, it was a bit sluggish today. I think when we eventually got going and got our, I think we did enough. We got over the line, and I think we looked maybe a bit tired, and I'd be looking Thursday to not play most of those players, or at least try and keep some of them fresh. I think we've got a tough game on Sunday. I really do. But it wasn't brilliant. But there's been many teams this season that haven't been brilliant. You look at. I didn't think West Ham were, to be honest, fantastic against Chelsea in that, but they got the result in the end. Liverpool, played well against Wolves, but that could have been a draw. So there's a lot of teams that are going to be a bit tired and a bit sluggish, but it was still brilliant to see us score 3 goals. We got the prediction right, and yeah, I mean there were a few little worries, but I think we defended pretty reasonably well. I think we looked pretty comfortable, minus maybe Pookie's chance, which he should have scored. It was a good save from Hugo. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of tired legs. But I think when we got that goal, which was brilliant goal by the way by Mora, yeah, I think we were all right. And kind of when I thought we got one, I was like, I think we'd get a couple more. I thought, but even when we scored, I thought we dropped back way too deep. I thought we were gonna, get the confidence up. The crowd were going to be back on, and we were going to, go again. But it just wasn't to be. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be. I think we'll be all right. We just need to maybe rest some players on Thursday, I think, or make some changes. Definitely.
Absolutely, Matt. Absolutely. We've got Vinage. What a performance! What a game! Love these type of performances. I would say his Tanganga wasn't great today. And what's up with him? Is he carrying a knock? He's apparently ill as well, along with Emerson. We were sluggish today. It took ages for us to get going. If I'm to be honest, Diver says, "Do you think there is a breakdown between Kane and Sonny?" A couple of times today, Kane was making good runs, but Sonny never picked him out. We'll go through that one, matey. We clearly need a squad with more quality. I totally agree with that, Richard. If we get top 4 this season, that would be some achievement. Absolutely, even in Richard, how's it going, matey? Harry says, what was up with Sanchez? Good goal celebration. Was he angry with the fans? Top 4 would be a miracle because I think Man U will take off now that Ranić has taken over. Top 4 is on for sure. We need to shore up that back line. Richard says, I wish I could check Spurs results in my work. I bet you work for Fleetwood Council. No, I don't. Harry says, and we need a creative midfielder. Richard says, Matt looking a bit better tonight. He will be back pumping iron by midweek. Norwich actually played good football. Can't understand why they're down at the bottom. Kane is just jealous that Sonny signed the contract and is now the face of Tottenham after Kane tried snaking in the summer. I think Kane is like a broken horse. Now he needs to put the blinkers on. More tunnel vision from Harry. Yes, obviously. So guys, thanks for your comments in there, guys. Keep them coming. And if you want to come in and have your say, the link is in the description. Click on that StreamYard link and it'll bring you in and have a talk with me and Matt about the performance. And as Matt said about the performance there, to me, I was worried a bit with the possession we gave away to Norwich in the first half, especially. We need to start games more quicker, more lively, more urgent, more. I mean, get on the front foot quicker. It takes us too long to get into a game, Matt. But probably that will come under Conte. But are you pleased with the performance? No, wasn't great. Well, I wouldn't say it was great. We had glimpses in it. We had glimpses. Good goal from Lucas. I'll say I think he was fantastic again today, Lucas. That the way he grabbed hold of the ball, took on 1-2 with Sonny, and he took it. What a goal! Drilled it. Boom. So yeah, that set it off, and as Matt said, Norwich could have got back into it. Pukki had that great chance. You know what I mean, but it's a good save on Norris. But to me, if Norwich had a bit more quality up top, they could have caused us problems again today. I think the defence handled it quite good. And to me, Dyer looks strong again. Sanchez look a bit sloppy, I think, at times. Same with Tanganga. I don't think he was great today. But as Matt said, it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't the beautiful as we would normally see. But 3 points is 3 points. We're going in the right direction. Looks like under Conte at the minute, barring some changes in January, and that's what I think we need. We need some changes in January. But I think Ben Davies was great today, Matt. I really do. I think Ben Davies. Yet again, I don't know what Bob said. What's he got? What's we having in his team? Jesus Christ! It was unbelievable today. Same as Skippy, fantastic again. Absolutely fantastic again. Pierre,
sloppy for me.
Yeah. Do you know what, Matt? I didn't notice he was playing. That's what I mean. He didn't really get on the ball much today. He didn't really involve much today. And when he did, as you said, Matt, he was a bit sloppy to me. And who else? Reg's got the injury, but he said he's back in a couple of days, so that's a good sign there, Matt. And the fans were great today. I think
much better today.
Yeah, it sounded loud in there today. Singing Conte's name, he loved that. So yeah, so well done to the fans as well, getting behind the team. So overall, was we pleased? I was pleased with the result, with the 3 points and the result. Performance, it will get better. It will get better. We're not seeing the attacking threat we had under Pochettino, but I think that will come with Conte's players he wants in January. We have got a couple of people more. Harry says after 5 minutes, I could tell we were playing on empty, a very drained looking Spurs team. Dan, thanks for coming in, mate. All I know is if we play like we did today against Liverpool, in a couple of weeks they will smash us, mate. Who knows? Who knows, Dan? Seriously. Game by game at the minute. I'm not looking forward that long, and I think it's great to look game by game. Harry says that's what I say to my old man. If you had a bit more quality up top, you actually have some. Absolutely fantastic. Richard says, big month ahead with Rennes in the Cup and West Ham in the quarterfinals, but confident we will come through. Cole says another 3 points in the bag. Playing as a team, just need to keep it up, onwards and upwards. Absolutely, Cole. Thanks for coming in, pal. Simply Ace says hello, everyone. We improved in the second half, but I am concerned with the first half and how slow we start games. Overall, okay performance, and that is all. Absolutely spot on that comment. Absolutely concerned the way we played in the first half. Very sluggish. Gave the ball away too much. They had 62% of possession in the first half, Norwich. You know what I mean? But going in the goal down. And Harry says, whatever he's having in his tea, I want some too, even if it's magic mushrooms. Richard says reports last night about Dembele at Spurs next season. Be happy with that. I don't want Dembele at this football club. Really, truly. Harry says the huge capacity of the fans is turning the stadium into a real force. It's like a 12th man. Absolutely. We need that south stand. We need that. I mean, we need that roaring every game. I've been a fan for over 40 years. I've never seen a Spurs manager like Conte, with shouting and up and down the touchlines for 90 minutes. But he's different gear in it. Conte knows how to win games and he knows how to grind results out when he ain't got a great team in front of him. Simply say, I'm shocked that we managed only 60% possession against Norwich. Dara says the one good thing we were finding ways to win when not playing well, something we have not done for a long time. Only 40%. I meant, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say 60%. We did have 60%. We ended up having that. So, Matt, over the last 3 games under Conte, mate, what has changed? What has changed since Conte's come in, mate, and in these last 3 league games under him? Is it just Conte himself? It just has an effect. As the players up the tempo, I mean, and stood up and listened to him. Or was it the change of philosophy, change of tactics, playing the right formation for the players? So what has changed, Matt? What has changed in the last three games under Conte?
Well, I think attitude, I think mentality. I think the manager himself showing the passion on the touchline, getting the fans going, getting the players going. If you're seeing that on the touchline and your manager's demanded more from you rather than just sitting there doing this, then you're going to react as a player. It's like anything. Whoever your boss is, whether it's work, whether it's your manager in football, whatever, you lead by example of what they're like. So if you're seeing their passion and their mentality coming across, then you're going to want to, almost do the hardest work you can and almost die on that pitch for context. What it's looking like to me, the way they're running, the way they're tackling, the way they're all kind of coming together as one, even when they're not playing well. They're all doing the job and they're all getting back and they all know their jobs. So I think a lot of credit has to go to the manager, but I think a little bit of credit will go to the players. They've obviously listened to what he said. They're obviously enjoying life, and they've had a tough couple of weeks with these very intense training sessions, but it's obviously paying off because they look fitter, they look stronger, they look it's like Lucas said in his interview, the mentality is starting to shift a little bit. So I mean, we'll see in the next couple of weeks, but yeah, this guy's going to demand your maximum from you every game, and if you're not going to do it, then you're not going to play or you'll be subbed. I just think yes, it's a whole lot of things, but I think it's all come from the manager and his coaches with a mentality shift and the hard work motto, stuff we used to do under Pochettino.
Absolutely, Matty. Absolutely. So as what Matty said, I do echo that. I mean, the shift of mentality, bringing the passion back in these players. They want to start playing football again. And I think he's finding a formation to match the strengths, to get the maximum out of these players, Matt. Some of these players were playing that position under Nuno, under Jose. I think he's trying to fit this formation with the players to play in this formation as well. I think so. I think he's still finding his feet here, finding the players. He's starting 11 still. He's so I think he'll use every man he's got at the club at the minute until January, so we can bring in a couple of his own players. But to me, I think it's a massive Conte effect. I really do. I think he's come in and I think he's laid down the law to these players. I mean, you ever come on the train with me or you stay at home. You know what I mean? And I think he really has, and I think these players are reacting to it. But as you said there, Matt, and it's in the comments there, it's that passion on the sideline, Matt. That gets the players going as well. You know what I mean? When he's demanding all the time, that he's demanding more. And these players are tired. That's what Harry said there as well. They look drained. It's because of Conte wants them to work hard. They paid all this money, get paid a lot of money. So we should be demanding a lot from these players. But I think a lot of things have changed, and we're not playing great, and that's the thing, mate. Matt, is it? We haven't playing great, but we've got 3 wins. I mean, against Leeds, Brentford, and Norwich now.
3 clean sheets. 3 clean sheets.
Yeah, 3 clean sheets, which is good to see as well. Very good to see. Especially against Brentford, that was because I thought Ivan Toney would have gave us a bit more threat up top. But I think the more what people say he was quite bad on the night. I think our defending was quite good. I mean, so got to give credit to where credit's due for our defending. Knowing that we know these players, these defenders we got, are not world class, Matt. I think Conte's just getting the best out of them. At the minute, he's just making them work hard, making concentration more better. I think it comes down to Conte's his backroom staff as well, working on the training ground with his players. So it's a lot of effects with Conte.
I think he does like Ben Davies. I really do.
Yeah, I think he likes a few of the players, like Skippy as well, Matt. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So
he's come out and said he wants Ben Davies to be kind of like his Aspilicueta. So I mean, that's
he bring along Alonso as well when he's at Chelsea as well, isn't it, Matt? So I mean, you could say that's a box standard defender in Alonso, come from Bolton and all that, and he made him look like world class. Do you know what I mean? So Conte has got that effect to make these box standard players play better and improve. I mean, and make me eat my words about Ben Davies, because I thought it was terrible. But credit where credit's due. I think Ben Davies has absolutely been a revelation under Conte so far. So is Dyer, me personally.
Yeah,
Sanchez,
100%.
I'm
still not 100%. I'm still not sure of Sanchez, but he did well today, and he got his goal. So I suppose you can't.
Yeah, he couldn't miss from there, Matt. Could he? Couldn't hit it any harder.
I mean, yeah, he smashed it, didn't he? And I quite liked his celebration. Actually, a lot of people were moaning about it. I was like, yeah, he's just nice and cool and calm. Just sort of, that's it, mate. Yeah. But how nice,
Matt? Do you think that's more frustration?
I think it was frustration from like his past performances, but also how they were performing on the day. I just think they wanted to. They're not playing great. It was just like come on, that's the second goal, and that was the cushion for me to go right. Well, we either get a third, or maybe, that's almost game over then, isn't it? So I don't think there needs to be an overreaction, like you say. So
absolutely, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Danny said, Richard, what you want player who's probably one of the most injury-prone footballers in football? No, I don't want Dembele. No, I don't want him either. Eunice says Dembele will be a great addition to low crap. So, all right, okay. They come comfort each other on injury events. Seriously, I had a prem 20 years ago. A perm 20 years ago. Sorry, and now heading right. Said head thanks to Tottenham Hotspur. Thanks for that, Richard. Harry says the attitude has changed, and every player knows exactly how they do to play, and they are to be very organised. That's the word I was looking for, Harry. Organised, very organised, and I think that's what Conte's sides are well good at. He organises teams very well, Matt, and he makes them hard to beat. And I think that's what he started at Chelsea. He started at Chelsea when he come in. He made them hard to beat.
Yep.
And then the results come. You know what I mean?
The quality came through with the players they had, and the quality of players we have, it will come good. But it's all about getting more organised and
more quality. I think we need more quality, though, Matt, in it, because come from that bench today. I mean, wasn't great quality on that bench. I mean, absolutely. Richard says, glad Dele Alli and Rodon has been dropped after that performance in Moore. Richard said, spot on, Matt. I remember my ex-works boss who would give you a pat on the back and buy you a breakfast for doing a good job. He's the only boss I will give 100%,
It's
full
true.
100%. Simply, Ace says what is really important is that we are not relying on Harry Kane to get the goals. The goals are beginning to spread across the team now. Yeah, well, they have to, because Harry Kane is probably in the worst bit of form of his life at the minute. But
I
he's not
thought
playing. He's
I
not
didn't.
playing poor.
He wasn't
He's
poor today. I mean, he had a couple of chances, didn't he? He
a
had
couple
a
of
couple
times,
of
yeah,
shot on target, and there was a good save by Tim Krul with his left hand, wasn't it? That was a good save. That was actually. So, it will come. He's still holding up the ball well, and yeah, but it's nice seeing other people chipping in. Yeah.
absolutely, matey. Harry says our defenders seem like they have this work rate attitude and togetherness, which only breeds confidence. Absolutely, Harry. Absolutely. And that's without Romero. I mean, that's what we've got. We've got to remember Romero's got to come back into the fold in January, and whoever we add as well. So it's looking good at the back there at the minute. It really is. Richard says after the Burnley game was cancelled, he took them back to Spurs Lodge for a full training session. That's what I want from my manager. Absolutely. Not a day off or nothing like that. Let's get back and do a few hours. Hyper Television. Yes, Hyper. Thanks for coming in. Conte still has to work with Eric Dyer, Ben, I think David, Pam Deli Ali, Davison Sanchit. But listen, Hyper. Whenever every new manager comes in, I think players deserve one more chance. Me personally. So these players you mentioned there, I think Eric Dyer has improved. Ben Davies massively improved under Conte. Deli Ali hasn't improved whatsoever. Davison Sanchez, just the same Davison Sanchez really. Richard says I got better players down at the Fog and Horn than that lot. Jake says yes boys, yes Jake. Conte still has to. Yeah, I've seen that. Simon Stevens, thanks for coming in, pal. Not getting too ahead of myself. It wasn't the most convincing performance, and Norwich are struggling, but there was definitely some improvement from some of the write-offs in the squad. Absolutely. That's what me and Matt has been talking about. The likes of Eric Dyer, the likes of Ben Davies. I mean, these two massively. I mean, it's been written off by the Spurs fans. Well, mates, you can't fault them at the minute. They really are performing. They're answering to every question, what Conte wants from someone. I mean, they're answering it every game now at the minute, and it's great to see. It really is. So massively, the attitude has changed, Matt, and everything. The togetherness. He's bringing that togetherness. He's bringing hard to beat, Matt. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Hard to beat. He's well organised. What we didn't see under, especially Nuno. I mean, didn't see none of this under Nuno. So we come to it, Matt. What players stood out today then? What players you watched the game? What players really stood out to you?
Skip. I thought Dyer looked good again. I thought Davies had a really good game. I thought Lucas Moura run his absolute socks off. I thought Kane and I thought the front three worked reasonably well together actually today. I thought they were looking for each other. I thought, obviously Reguilon went off and I was a bit concerned about his injury, but it's not looking too bad according to him. And I actually thought Sessegnon did a job when he came on. He looked better than he did obviously against, Moura. He defended reasonably well. Yeah, but I think my main 3 or 4 would be Skip, Davies, Dyer, and I'd probably go Lucas Moura. But Son as well, another goal, and he stepped up again. So, yeah, but I think the key word is it was a team performance, and I suppose everyone had to do their job. But yeah, no, it wasn't vintage Spurs, but it's sometimes it's a good sign when you're scoring 3 goals and you're not playing well.
Absolutely, Matty. It's a real good sign of a team that is the only way is up going forward, mate, and could be a good team, threat to be reckoned with going forwards, I think. So the players that stood up today, Matt, to me, Ben Davis, to me, mate, was absolutely fantastic again today. He really was.
Yeah.
He was solid again at the back.
He comes forward as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And he was good in the air, that header. I think one of the balls come over the top, and
he just got a nick on it, didn't he?
He just throws himself at it. You know what I mean? And I think there was I couldn't fault his performance today. No. Eric Dyer again, fantastic today. He really did. I mean, showed the experience in there, Matt. I mean, kept us in it. I think Skippy, that sliding tackle. That sliding tackle, and he kept it, and he hooked it to the player. And it's just things like that, and he just. I mean, the guy he's not blessed with a lot of ability, like on skill wise, but you can't argue his work rate, and he never stopped.
He's sort of like our own version of. I don't want to compare him to Kante, but he reminds me of that type of sort of player. Not going to get loads of goals, but he's going to do that job where he wins the ball like that. And the driving runs he does, as he gets more confident, that will come on more.
Yeah, absolutely. And it reminds me like a sort of like Declan Rice sort of type at West Ham.
Yeah.
I like to see him and Rice in England midfield actually, in a little friendly. I think that'd be good. But Lucas Moura, to me, again, gets a lot of stick. This guy, it's a hell of a lot of stick, and I think I watched him over the last couple of games. I said, how do people give this guy a hell of a lot of stick? Seriously. I think he was great again. When he picks up the ball, Matt, he makes things happen. And sometimes we don't see from other players. I mean, he gets hold of that ball. I mean, he darts. He's darting runs. The only thing I can say, he should look up a bit more and release that ball a bit more earlier.
And shoot. I mean, look at that goal today. It was a great shot. Yeah.
Matt, we know he's got the ability, mate. We know he's got the ability. So we know he can do it. And it showed today he can do it.
I think the one thing with me, I don't know if you've seen his interview in Spurs TV. He said he's not a killer like Harry and Sonny. And then I think Conte came out and pretty much has challenged him to almost become that, like chip in with more goals and assists. Because it'd be great if he could do that, and even if he could score 10 a season, it just it helps, doesn't it? He's got that ability, the way he can move with the ball. I think Conte will probably hear that, and he'll be challenging him, going, you're gonna become a killer, and you're gonna chip in more. You look at that goal you scored today. Take confidence from that. And do it more often because we need you.
Yeah, absolutely, and Conte will do, isn't it? You know what Conte will. He'll keep delivering that on the training ground. He'll keep telling these players, got to keep believing in yourself. Mm-hmm. And as you said there, just look at today. What a hit! What a hit!
It was a brilliant goal. Yeah.
And I just love how he glided past one or two players. And that quick 1-2 with Sonny, you know what I mean? And he spun on it, and he's got the shot away. You know what I mean? I just think it was great. I really do. And so he was fantastic. There was Skippy as well, Davis, Dyer. And again, Harry Kane, he did a lot of running. Especially, I saw him in the 91st minute, still running. So he's trying hard. He looks like he's getting back into that shape, back into that fitness. And he's working hard on the Conte. I think Conte's working hard.
He's getting more chances each game now. So one of them's going to go in soon.
That one in the first half when Lucas played him in, that dink over the top, dink over the goalie. I thought that was going in.
So did I. I thought the commentary were a bit harsh. They were like, "Oh, it's like he missed a sitter." I was like, "Fucking hell, mate!" He was like 30 yards out. It wasn't that? Yeah. He was like, the commentator was like, "Oh, it's miles wide." It was a good effort.
It looks easy. Just sitting there at home.
Many players wouldn't even try that, would they? Really?
Absolutely. And he wasn't far away, was he, Matt? He wasn't far away.
But that's confidence. If he's not trying that, you're going, where is he? What's he doing? But his head's up now. He's trying to get in that zone again.
It's that first goal. It's that one goal he needs. That once he gets that one goal, I think we will do. I mean, we got loads of time yet. I mean, it'll come after Christmas and things like that, and we've got a load of game time coming up as well. And let's hope in January they do find someone to come in and partner him to help him, so we can rest him every now and then.
Yeah,
I mean, we need a like for like with Harry Kane, mate. Not just a shitty old backup. You know what I mean? And just hope for the best when Kane's not playing. You know what I mean? I still say, Matt, I don't care what anyone says, we need to go and pay whatever Fiorentina want for Dusan Vlahovic.
Scored again today, didn't he?
Scored again today. He's top goal scorer with 13 goals in Serie A. He is an absolute gem of a striker. 21 years old. This guy has got the world at his feet. And he is just ideal to play alongside Harry Kane or start when Harry Kane is at rest. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the sort of player we should be looking at, Matt, if we are serious about going forward as a club, winning big trophies, and backing Antonio Conte. These are the signings we need. Not these Dembélés from Barcelona. Like they're finished. These guys are finished. They're injury prone. We don't want to see them at Tottenham. These are the ones. I mean, stop penny pinching. Right, we don't want to see that. Go out and get this guy. And I'll tell you now, it could be the difference, Matt, between us getting that top 4 and winning a trophy this season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a difference. I mean, because Harry Kane, I don't think he can go with all the games coming up, Matt. I don't think he can go the whole season starting him every single game, mate. He'll get burnt out again. He gets an injury. Same as Sonny. I think Sonny, we're going to see Sonny on the sidelines because he's holding that. The last game, he was holding his hammy a bit. He felt it a bit. So I think either one of them or both of them will get injuries after Christmas. That's why we need quality, mate. We need quality signings, mate. And I think they want about 70 to 80 million for Vlahovic. It's nothing, Matt. It's absolutely nothing. In the value of a player today, mate.
I think that's euros, so it's about 60 million, roughly.
Yes, it's nothing, Matt. Is it? We paid that for End on Bailey, and he hasn't performed. But to me, this guy, I think he'll be different grade than me. I think he'll come in and do the job. So, to me, the players that stood out to me today, Ben Davies. I mean, out of all them, loads of them come close, but to me, Ben Davies got picked for me today. I think it's fantastic for me. So, Matt, who was your man of the match then? Who would you go? Who should go to?
I'll go Oliver Skip again. I just thought he was brilliant in the middle of the park. The driving runs, like I say, that video I've sent you of that tackle where he's just spun round him, got the ball, and then laid it off with his other foot with a pass. I mean, it's just for his age, he's very mature shoulders on his head. But yeah, it's a close one. I think it's between him and Davies, but I'll go Oliver Skip because I really do like him, and I think he's a great midfielder. And I think we just need someone more creative alongside him.
Oh, he's gone for Oliver Skip again. He come a close runner to mine, Matt. He did. I think he had another great performance by Skippy today. I want to see more from him, Matt. I want Conte to demand more. I don't want him to stop here saying you're the finished article. You're not the finished article yet. I want Conte to demand more from Skippy, and I think we'll see more. And me, Ben Davies, mate, man of the match today. Me, I think he was really, really fantastic today. Against Lucas Moore as well, Matt. I think he was good. I really do think Lucas Moore was good as well.
Yeah.
But defensively, we're talking of a player that Matt, me and you. Get him out of the club. You know what I mean? Useless. Yeah. Get him out of the club. Yep. You know what I mean? And what a difference like a manager can, like a quality manager, Matt, who sees something, just simple things as believing in the player in it and trying to get the best out of the players and demanding a lot from his players. And Ben Davies, I think, has stepped up and he's accepted that he has to work hard, has to improve. And with the interviews I've seen of Davies, he's saying like he's loving life under Conte. He's demanding more from everyone. He's working us to every grain we've got in our bodies. You know what I mean? It's so hard training, but we're gathering the results now, Matt. We're seeing the results, what's been happening on the training grounds, where he's working them hard. And that only can get better in my eyes, Matt, going forward. I really do. And someone said in the comments there, we've got Hyper saying Pierre to Roma. It could be. I know. Jose said that he wouldn't mind him taken to Roma in January. So that I don't think it will happen in January. It may happen in summer. To me, Richard says Simon Davis. That takes me back. A good player for Spurs and Wales. Norwich missed a couple of sitters, lads. In all fairness, but we weren't great today. But still, put up a good enough performance to win the types of games against. Yeah, as what me and Matt said, we weren't great. We weren't great today. It was just the manner of the performance, the manner how we won, was really pleasing to see. You know what I mean? And it looks like slow but surely we're going places. And skip. But Matt, the question is, let me get rid of this. Sorry. Question is, Matt, under Conte, and say like under Jose, who's getting the better out of these players, mate? We can say easily Conte, but with Jose's first 3 or 4 games under his managing career and with Conte's, do you think we're seeing better performances, more organised, togetherness, passion? Are we seeing the whole package under Conte than we did under Jose?
Yeah, I think so. And what you got to put into consideration as well is that Jose had a much better team. He had Gareth Bale in his could be on the bench or starting. You know, he had a second striker in Carlos Vinicius. Whether we thought he was good or not, is still that other option, and he scored goals in the Europa League. Yeah, well, I think we had a much better depth. You know, you still had players like Aurier. You still had, you know, he still had Toby Alderweireld, who, you know, is an experienced defender. And you had Harry Kane on the, you know, still in that goal scoring form. Yeah, but no, I think the difference is you're seeing Spurs work harder. I think under Jose, I think he just did so much tactically that he neglected, unfortunately, what you need to be, the fittest in football. You look at Liverpool, you look at Manchester City, you look at Chelsea. They press, they fight, they're brave. They work hard for everyone. You know, Man City, if you're lazy or you're not on it, you're off, mate. You're off the pitch. They all work hard. And it's the same for Liverpool, and it's the same for, you know, all the top teams. And it's what Conte will do. So in my eyes, I think Conte is doing better, and I think he's got a better connection to the fans already.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I think he's got a better. It looks like already, mate. We're seeing the better backroom staff as well. They're all together. And with Jose, he just grabbed someone from that area. I think Conte just sprang the whole lot what he's had at Inter. And I think it's working great. It really is working great with Paratici as well. Hopefully that relationship gets better with Conte, because do you know what, Matt, as well, that All for Nothing. I watched the Juventus one on Amazon Prime. You know what? I sat there last night. I put the Juventus one. I thought, Paratici will probably be there.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's all in Italian, Matt. I couldn't understand what they say. Every single bit of it, I could not understand. None of it.
Is it no
Seriously.
subtitles? No subtitles?
You can have subtitles, but it's not the same, mate. I'd like to see. It's all speaking Italian. I understand because it's in Italy, and I do understand it. But Paratici, what I'm trying to get at, Paratici was on that sideline like what he was under when Nuno was here. He was on that seriously with the subs. He was getting at the players and things like. He's bringing that to Tottenham, and he's a fiery character. But he's well respected apparently at Juventus. He's very well respected. That's what I saw about the sub, because I did switch on the subtitles for about 5 minutes, and they did. The player did respect what Paratici was doing at the club. Yes, nice one, mate. Yes, not a problem. Yes, just these comments here, Matt. Then we'll wrap it up, matey. Skip, what an incredible player. Has a vision. His pace, knows when to pass the ball and who to pass the ball to. What a baller. Harry says Lucas is frustrating because he looks like a hen running round the yard looking for worms, but no man can fault him for work rate. Absolutely, Harry. Not a problem with that one. He's kind of like Lamella, all work but little end. I think he's better than Lamella. I really do. He's 100% better than Lamella. Lucas. Simply, I say Skip is improving each game, and him and Højbjerg could potentially be a great partnership for many years to come. Sell Kane in the summer and bring in 2 top-class strikers, and we'll improve even further. Lucas will continue miss passes this year after year. Bad placed passes. Bergwijn, Ali, Rodan, Doherty will be the first lot out the door this summer. Sell us Højbjerg. Harry just needs an easy chance. Every keeper he's coming up against are having the game of their lives against him. Richard, you were dreadful yesterday, mate. We've seen that football at Spurs under Jose Mourinho. What's that song they play at the end of the Rome matches? Lovely tune. Kane is missing chances that Darren Bent and Sandra Redknapp would have put away. People talk about him going to City in January, but would they want him in this form? Even if Kane never scores again, he's one of the all-time greats I've seen at Spurs, mate. Man of the match for me was Davis, solid at the back and so involved in the attack. Is even the same man playing football. Looks a vastly different player at the moment. THSC, thanks for coming in, Curse. Big up, fellas. Very happy with the 3-0 win. Davis performed great and warming to him again. Now, also, Delhi's being Bong video or whatever it was. What a joke. Stick to working on your football technique. Absolutely, because that was a joke. What's even Dele Alli? The guy is an absolute joke now. But Curse, thanks for coming in. We're actually going to go out now after these comments. Richard says, how are you, Gillette? The best the man can get. Big up, Richard. Alexander, hello. So, guys, thanks for everyone in the chat. I did say we were selling the beach. One strict 1 hour. Matt's got to shoot off. And I've got a couple of things to do myself as well. Derek says, big up Simon and Matt. Perfect timing on my part, I see, Si. Curse, yeah, but we'll definitely do another one. Don't you worry about that first. But thanks for coming in, absolutely. Alexander says, Davison and Tanganga looking suspect. We need 2 centre-backs. Facts and stats, Si, Matt and Si, been listening in the background. Great show, lads, and have to agree with Si about Davis man of the match. For me, loving our football again under Conte. Please let it continue, boys. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely, facts and stats. So, big up everyone. I'm sorry the ones who's coming in late. Cursed and facts and stats. But thanks for everyone's support. I'll never leave a room for you, Cursed. For Richard. So, guys, thank you for everyone who's joined the chat tonight. Sorry about the mess up beforehand. I should have checked my mic at the beginning. That was my fault. Blame Google Chrome. That's what I say. Absolutely stealing my mic. I'm not getting permission no more. So I've said thanks for everyone who's joined. Really, really appreciate it, and I'm really hope everyone comes along to the next one. Matt, when's our next game? Is it Rennes? I know I don't do that conference anyway.
Rennes on Thursday, Brighton Sunday.
Brighton Sunday. So Saturday evening, if Matt's available, we'll do a preview with that. And Spurs, guys. 3 out of 3 in the league under Conte. It's looking good. The football's looking better. We look well organised. We're looking players like Davies. We're bigging up Davies, Dyers. You know what I mean, and like, where's this come from, Matt? I mean, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. So, guys, fantastic support again. Thanks for Matt for taking over there when I had that technical fault there. I look like a absolute dickhead.
Opa did all right.
You did absolutely fantastic, Matt. Seriously, I had it on TV here, so I was listening while I was trying to fix it, Matt. You've done absolutely fantastic. And Richard says, top boys and do a fantastic job for us fans. Thank you, Richard. And we'll send you our address, Richard. You asked for our address last night. If there's if you want our address, if you want to send us a tipple, that'll be fine by me and Matt. If there's any other way we can send our addresses to you through Facebook or whatever, just let me and Matt know. Alexander saying no, it's Rennes. Richard says I knew you was my favourite. So guys, I said from me and Matt from Premier Hotspur TV, guys, we are going to head out. We will see you Saturday, Matt. Saturday evening. If Matt's available for the Brighton preview. So if Matt knows any Brighton fans, if he wants to bring on, he can.
I've got a whole bloody household of them.
Ask one of them then, Matt. Come
Maybe,
on.
Yeah. I may have. I do know a few people, so I'll see what I can do this week, mate, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I work for a large company that supplies pubs. Let me know, Richard. Let me and let me and Matt know where we can send our address to, mate. If you're on Facebook or if you're on Twitter, or anything like that, where me and Matt, we can just send our details to you, and that'll be much appreciated. You send us a bottle or two.
Lovely.
Nice one, Richard. Merry Christmas. So, guys, before you actually go out, I am actually starting. Last night, I did start bits on the Christmas quiz. We're gonna bring up to Matt. Quickly before we go out, was there a date that you had in mind? We should do this. I suppose Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve was a bit busy for me.
That's a bit of a write-off for me because I tend to leave. Yeah. I'm a typical man. I tend to leave it all to the last minute. So that will not be a good idea. No, maybe like 20th, something like that, or maybe earlier. I don't mind. Right,
yeah, because it's getting closer, and we'll go do it. Yeah,
let me know. Let me know what sort of. Well, we'll have a chat at some point, and let me know what I'll do. I've got some time off next week, a few days, so I could try and get some stuff done for you, mate. So.
Yeah. So make sure, Matt, you ask a Brighton fan, and
I'll have a go. Yeah,
that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good to get someone on. So, Guy, good night. God bless, and we'll see you on Saturday evening, guys, for the Brighton preview. And we'll leave you with this, guys. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, Conte. Come on, Conte.